This recording is an audio version of Caerphilly County Borough Council's leaflet that gives you general information on how to protect yourself from abuse.
Protecting the most vulnerable in society, when they need it, could ensure a better quality of life for many people. Some adults may be particularly vulnerable to abuse and may have their human rights routinely disregarded. Vulnerability may be due to mental ill health, disability, age, or illness. Caerphilly County Borough Council is committed to ensuring that vulnerable adults are protected from abuse and neglect and will take immediate action where necessary to keep vulnerable adults safe from harm.
Who may be a vulnerable adult?
The broad definition of a vulnerable adult is a person who is 18 years of age or over and who may be in need of community care services by reason of a mental or other disability, age or illness, and who is or may be unable to take care of themselves or unable to protect themselves against significant harm or serious exploitation. Vulnerable adults may include people with learning disabilities, mental health problems, older people and disabled people, particularly when their situation is complicated by additional factors such as physical frailty, chronic illness, sensory impairment, challenging behaviour, lack of mental capacity, social and emotional problems, poverty, homelessness, or substance misuse.
What is abuse?
Abuse is mistreatment by someone who does or says things that hurt, upset you, or make you frightened and cause actual physical harm and disregards your human and civil rights. Abuse can vary from someone treating you with disrespect in a way which significantly impacts your quality of life to causing actual physical suffering. Abuse can happen anywhere: in a residential or nursing home, a hospital, in the workplace, a person's own home, at a day centre or educational establishment, in supported housing, or in the street. Forms of abuse include physical, sexual, psychological or emotional, financial, neglect, discrimination, and institutional. Physical abuse could be hitting, pushing, pinching, shaking, using too much medication, or not allowing a person to take their medication. Sexual abuse could be forcing someone into unwanted sexual activity, being touched inappropriately, rape, sexual assault, or sexual acts which you have not consented to or which you were pressurized into consenting to.
Psychological and emotional abuse could be verbal abuse, intimidation, humiliation, or harassment. It could also be where someone is threatening, controlling, or ignoring you on purpose, or preventing you from seeing friends and family, or accessing services and support.
Financial abuse could be stealing your money or spending it on the wrong things, putting pressure on you to make changes to your will or to spend your money against your wishes, fraud or exploitation, using your property, inheritance, possessions or benefits. Neglect could be ignoring your medical or physical care needs, preventing access to health, social care or educational services, not caring for you properly, not providing you with adequate food or putting you at risk. Discriminatory abuse could be when you are treated unfairly because of your colour, religion, disability, age, ethnicity, or sexual orientation. Institutional abuse could be rigid, intensive routines or inadequate privacy or comfort. This can happen in care homes or hospitals, or when you receive an institutional style of care in your own home. Any of these forms of abuse can either be deliberate or be the result of ignorance or lack of training, knowledge or understanding. Sometimes people may be being abused in more than one way.
Who might be causing the abuse?
The person who is responsible for the abuse may be known to you and could be a paid carer or volunteer, a health worker, social worker or other worker, a relative, friend or neighbour, another resident or service user, an occasional visitor or someone who is providing a service such as a mobile hairdresser.
What should I do?
If you're being abused or think someone else is being abused, you must tell someone. Don't assume that someone else will tell, and don't worry if you think you might be wrong. It's still important for someone with experience and responsibility to look into it. It's the responsibility of social services to do this. If you or someone you know is being abused and is in immediate danger, you need to do something straight away to stop them or others being hurt. You should ring 999 and tell the operator what is happening. If you think a crime might have taken place, such as rape, assault, or theft, please ring the police and be careful not to remove or destroy any evidence. If you're worried about contacting the police, you can always contact social services to talk things over first. Wherever you live, whether it's a care home or your own home, or whichever place you have visited, and if you've experienced or witnessed abuse, you can ring social services for help and advice. You do not have to say who you are, but this may make it more difficult for us to investigate and protect you or the person being abused. If you feel nervous about talking to social services, you could ask someone to talk to us on your behalf. This could be a nurse, a carer, an advocate, or a friend or relative you trust.
What will happen if I report the abuse?
If abuse is reported to social services, an investigation will take place which will follow the South East Wales procedures for the protection of vulnerable adults. This may involve several agencies such as health services or the police. Action will then be taken to ensure that you or the person being abused is protected. You will be offered support and advice to help you make any decisions and to enable you to take action to end the abuse and ensure that it doesn't happen again. Anything you say will be treated sensitively, but other people may have to be told to help investigate the concern.
What about confidentiality?
When an allegation is made, there will be information that we may need to share with others, such as the police or people who monitor the quality of registered services. We take care to ensure that this information is only shared with those people involved in the process.
Where can I seek support?
You will be able to get support from your social worker, care manager, or from other people you know and trust who are involved in the process.
Who can I contact?
If you have concerns about a vulnerable adult or would like more information, you can call your local council and ask for their Adult Services Protection of Vulnerable Adults team or their Adults Safeguarding team.